themselves and give them a task that will improve their leadership skills and their leadership abilities. So they would delegate with a purpose and know that the outcome would be awesome. Who would be some examples of some affirmative leadership you could think of? Yes, ma'am?
An advisor from
Okay. Can you explain that for me? How?
yeah, well, our advisor and our team specifically, like, we go to them if we need something, but they're really, like, not there to, like, specifically plan events. It's like if you need help with something specifically.
Sure. So they're leading from the background. Awesome. Any other thoughts? So this amazing person was brought up earlier, but the other great thing about affirmative leaders is that they're able to make fun of themselves too, and they're able to kind of laugh at themselves in a great way. And so Ellen was brought up earlier, and so for those of you that don't know, Ellen has a daily talk show, and she is very much trying to lift people up, very positive in the way she approaches things. She helps her staff, her audience. She does all amazing things, but she's also able to make fun of herself. And that is Kate McKinnon, who she's with. And for those of you that don't know, Kate McKinnon is on Saturday Night Live. She's one of the comedians on Saturday Night Live, and she's literally just impersonating Ellen, and she's loving it. And so an affirmative leader is able to laugh at themselves and be okay with that. Some of the qualities of affirmative leaders are that they're ambitious. You know that all the I's will get dotted and T's will get crossed, and the work will get done. You're very trusting. You may play devil's advocate in certain situations, so you may, from stepping back, you may pop in and offer other people solutions to maybe say, hey, would this be better, maybe to see if you can come up with a better outcome or a better solution, but then you would also step back. Ultimately, an affirmative leader never takes the spotlight from someone else. They're in the background. They want their people to be most successful. They want them to have all of the spotlight possible. Got some Office fans in here. I love it. So the communication ability of an affirmative leader is that they're able to fully relay a message at the beginning and sort of step back and allow their people to do their jobs. But they're also there to defend someone and say, I'm really glad you're on our team. And they'll pull them aside and they'll be like this office meme and say, I'm really glad you're on our team. I'm really appreciative of the work that you do. You're not only doing a good job, you're doing a great job. And what you're doing is helping us in the long run. Some of the positives and negatives of affirmative leadership are that it gives people that the leader is leading an opportunity to lead themselves and learn leadership skills. And an affirmative leader always has a positive outlook. They're always, thinking positively. They might not. The negatives are because they're that big picture thinker and think positively all the time. They may not see some of those finer details, and they might miss some of those things. How would an affirmative leader? We're wrapping up there. How would an affirmative leader? Oh, you have a question? Oh, sweet. You're ready to go. I love it. Thank you. How would an affirmative leader have an impact on your campus? I'll let you go ahead and answer.
I would personally say that, by the way, Juliana Riddick, Georgia State University, I've had to learn how to take this approach as far as delegating responsibilities and giving my committee members ownership of their position so that they feel that they're responsible for something.
Sure.
And so that they feel that they're taking something away from the experience of being my committee member. It also, in the end, made my committee more self-sufficient. So there's events that I have to be at, sometimes that they don't have to be at, or events that they have to be at, and I may not be able to attend for whatever reason.
Sure.
But because I've gotten them to a place where they're self-sufficient, now membership can kind of run itself.
Sure. Steer the ship itself. Any other thoughts? Yes, sir.
I think it might encourage loyalty, like retention of committee members, and also encourage new members to step up and take leadership because they feel valued by doing something purposeful.
Sure. No, that's a really. I didn't know that's a good response. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am.
I think it might keep students being on track.
How so?
Simply because if these are people who are constantly affirming them, and then the student leader one day realizes, oh, they haven't been getting affirmation as much, they may realize that they have fallen off of their responsibility.
I never thought about it like that. That's a good way to think about it. And then you had your hand up as well.
Yes, I would say that my advisor is sort of like the combination of this. She lets us take the reins a lot.
Sure.
But then when we are doing really great, she fights for us, she defends our position, she makes sure that we get the recognition that we deserve.
Sure.
So I think she kind of keeps us motivated.
That's awesome. That is what a great leader does. Thank you very much for sharing. So, kind of circling back to all of the models, this, we're kind of wrapping up here, but the great thing about all of these models and about leadership is that I bet I could say that we all embody different aspects of all of these leadership models, no matter what scenario that we're in. Whether there's a time where we need to be a magnetic leader and draw people to us, or there's a time to be a person-centered leader and understand the strengths and weaknesses of the people that we're leading, or how to be a tippy cup leader and be creative in how we solve problems. We all embody these different forms of leadership at different times on our leadership journey, and it's important to kind of think about these models or other things that we all know about leadership and try and embody them to the best of our ability. Because at the end of the day, you want to be the kind of leader that people want to follow, and whether that's embodying the models that I've talked about today, or thinking about leadership in another way, you want to be the leader that people will fight for and fight with, and kind of get in the foxhole, so to speak, with. And so, I just here are my social media pages. I would love for you guys to follow if you could. I'll leave it up there for a minute if you guys want to take a picture. But thank you all very much for coming to my session today. Hopefully you learned a different approach to leadership, learned a little bit about me, and thank you for participating as much as you did. I know it's early, and so just thank you all for coming very much. And I'll be at the Metropolis booth at 102 if you want to continue this conversation. Would love to use your campus if possible, but thank you very much for your time.